Hello everyone, welcome back. This is game number 3. So there we are. This is a best of 3. We're at the ace match here. This is going to be the green Zerg player spawning here on the left bottom hand side of Ruins of Saros. He is all inspirations FreePuddle. And spawning down here in the bottom right hand side, representing Guns and Roaches, it is the orange Zerg player, Exothermic. Bringing it back. Last game, tying it up, he was behind after a long 20-minute game on map number 1. Map number 2 lasted all of about 3 minutes with a Zergling, Baneling, somewhat all in. He was at like 13 drones, so he's not exactly a strong economy behind it, but going again for another quick pool on Ruins of Saros. This can be a little bit tricky because you've got 4 spawns. It's a pretty large map, so right away your Overlord's gonna spot vertical positions. That's no problem, but horizontal positions even still can take quite a while. So usually if you go for this really quick pool, by the time your Zerglings are out, you're not gonna know where your opponent is for sure. 6 Zerglings on the way right away. It looks like Exothermic happy with the amount of damage they did in the game number 2. He feels like his opponent's weak to this, so he's just going to go ahead straight for this kind of pressure. Meanwhile, FreePuddle adjusting his build up quite a bit from game number 2. He's going to go for that quick pool once again like he did in game number 1. Both players having quite a bit of success with early pressure. Both players getting speed at approximately the same time. FreePuddle is a little bit quicker, but I don't think it's quick enough that it's going to really play a huge factor. FreePuddle actually drone scouting, so he knows exactly where his opponent is. I like that idea. And then he's running away his drone in the wrong direction to try to throw Exothermic off. And there we go. We'll just put that on follow. We got a Baneling Nest coming up for FreePuddle, so he's actually going to go for the quicker Baneling Nest. He's going to be in a great defensive position. He might even be in a great offensive position if that's what he chooses to do as well. And these Zerglings look like they were mismicroed just a little bit. And FreePuddle just taking Exothermic for a run there. Look at him. He's been clicking into the natural to try to take out this hatchery, but his opponent hasn't expanded. Oh, wait, this isn't even your base. Look at him. Oh, he turns around. That is a son of a bitch moment right there. Oh, that's tough. All these Zerglings on the map, and they're all running to the wrong spot. And there they go, going to come up the ramp. They're going to be greeted by Baneling, Zerglings, Queens, and a Spinecrawler, so I don't think an all-in is going to work this time. 2 Zerglings leading the way, and they're going to take it out really quickly. See the great defenses up there. He's going to back off. I don't know if he saw the Banelings yet, but he had to have been close to seeing him. They're going to speed kick in for both players, so it doesn't look like it's going to give an advantage to either one. Baneling only connects with 1 Zergling there, so not the best way to spend that. We've got Baneling morphing in. He actually have his Baneling Nest first, and I missed it? No, he didn't. Okay. He just got that Baneling Nest. And the Zergling's trying to make something happen on the ramp there, putting on a little bit of pressure. The Baneling comes down to chase him away, and it looks like Exothermic taking a great engage against these Zerglings here. 1 Baneling out for himself, but that's not going to do much against the Queen. Oh, Exothermic, you can't take this fight. We've got Banelings, Queens, and Spines behind it. Oh, nice micro there, pulling 1 Queen back. That Baneling makes connection and kills a ton of Lings. I wish you could see kill counters on Banelings, even though I know they're dead, and there's really no way to, but would be nice to see. And for some reason, trying to take that, there's no way, even if those Queens weren't there, he wasn't going to get up there. He was going to get up that ramp, and it looks like he just feels committed at this point. He is getting a natural expansion up of his own. He's down workers. He just keeps running his units into this grinder there. He's just dying for free. For some reason, FreePuddle getting a couple more Banelings out. He feels like his opponent's really committing to like a big all-in here, which I would think too, with all the Zerglings trying to run up the ramp like that. Maybe that's why Exothermic's doing it, just trying to keep his opponent honest and make his opponent think like he's, oh, I mean, here comes more pressure, when really he's trying to expand. But he's yeah, I'm not really sure what the logic is. Kind of cool that he's keeping the Baneling in the back so the Baneling doesn't get picked off and might even take them by surprise. We've got a little bit of a drone lead now for Exothermic, so he is using this aggression well to try to catch back up economically. And we do have Roaches coming out, though, for FreePuddle, so he's already got 3 on the field. He's got 1 more about to pop, and at that point, he's going to be able to counterattack, and the ball's going to be in his court because the Banelings don't do much against Roaches. Zerglings, you need a lot of Zerglings to swarm your opponent before they do well against Roaches. And Exothermic doesn't scout this coming for a minute. There, he keeps poking up the ramp, so maybe he saw the Roaches there. But I think it would have been tough. It would have been a really close call. And here we go. FreePuddle going to move out now. He's got a lot of forces here. Nice connection there with that Baneling. That was really cool, leaving that Baneling in the back, like we mentioned earlier. Was able to get go forward there and catch a lot of the Zerglings. Basically all the Zerglings that FreePuddle had. And now he's moving across the map with 6 Roaches. We've got Roaches coming out. We just now got a Roach Warren down. We're going to have to see a lot of spines here to hold this. Possibly even a wall. The Roach Warren up at the very front, too. So this is going to be tough. We're going to have to get a lot of Zerglings out. We do have 14 on the way. And he's just going to have to get a great engagement. But there are Banelings in them with this army as well. So he's going to have to first figure out how to take care of those. I think I'd like to see more spines here. But we'll see how he manages to hold this. Banelings coming in first. And these, oh, those Zerglings with a Death Wish. Oh, this is so hard to control this. Oh, nice. Nice dodging there from Exothermic. FreePuddle almost gets that. Nice queen target firing here. Going to take out one of these Banelings. And it looks like... Oh! I was going to say Exothermic has been handling this beautifully. But that last Baneling gets a whole bunch of Roaches... Or a whole bunch of Zerglings. And the drone's being forced to be pulled off the line. More Roaches coming across the map right now. And this is looking really, really bad for Exothermic. We've got some Roaches of his own coming out. And we've got a Ravager coming out now for FreePuddle. There go the Roaches popping, on the wrong side of the tracks. More Roaches coming down. A great surround. The flanks are real. Nice dodging that Corrosive Bow there. Does end up losing a Roach to it. And it is hard to say at this point. With the Zerglings popping out, this might be enough for Exothermic to hang on here. And he is still at a drone advantage. He's still got a base up on his opponent. So this hold is actually really good. I thought he was in trouble, but it looks like he managed to hold on to that nicely. Jumps right into that Corrosive Bile because he's feeling cocky, but these Zerglings can still make something happen. Exothermic has to be careful here moving out. He doesn't have a huge force. And a couple of Zerglings going to see that there's more units streaming across the map. I hope this is enough to let him know to come back home, but these Speedlings going to run up into the main. And there go the drones. And the Zerglings that were trying to protect them get taken out. Oh, the drone's being pulled off the line once again. Drone versus Zergling is so painful to watch. And there we go. Still way ahead. He's been droning super hard. I've been kind of missing it because it feels like he's just been pumping out units. But no, he's at 20 drones versus 13. 8 more drones on the way. He plays super greedy. What is Exothermic's response to this? Or, I mean, sorry, FreePuddle's response to this. He's got a Mac... No, he's got a lair coming down. That's a lair. I thought that was another hatchery. Pardon my ignorance. A couple of Zerglings running up here. Spinecrawler takes a poke at one of them, and he's going to just try to scout around. He sees that his opponent isn't saturating his natural at all. So that's going to tell him that he should be in a comfortable drone lead right now. And he's probably going to want to get more units out because what's going to really screw him here is if there's some sort of attack. Ugh, pardon me. Sorry. It's so snowy out, and I'm sitting cozy in my house. It's like perfect time for a nap. And we got a couple of Banelings running into the mineral line here. Nice job from FreePuddle there, taking out a lot of those. So in total he's killed 15 workers. I'm not sure how many of those Banelings are responsible. I'd say probably like 5 or 6. Bringing the worker lead down to only 5 workers. So this is a much more attainable position here for FreePuddle, especially if Exothermic keeps trying to take these bad attacks. Like Exothermic just keeps trying to end the game, when I think if he just like turtled up a little bit, took a third, set up a good defensive position, maybe switch to Muta, he'd be just fine. Or if he went on 3 bases and just roach maxed, then he'd also be in a really great position. But instead he keeps like running up versus these Baneling Roach Queen Spine defenses and losing a lot of units. So there he goes, backing off a little bit, or maybe just waiting for reinforcements. But we'll see here if he, I mean, in that first game, I thought that FreePuddle should have tapped out, and he ended up winning the game. So I think my ZvZ game sense isn't what it could be. So maybe Exothermic will see an opening here that he can take advantage of. I just don't see the way the numbers add up here. We've got a nice concave here. We've got just about the same Roaches just eyeballing it. It looks like the forces are pretty similar. The defensive position from FreePuddle going to give him a huge advantage there. And there we go. Exothermic is taking his third. We'll see what he chooses to do behind this, whether it's a big Roach Ravager, maybe Hydra push, put in some Lurkers in there, and you're golden. The other choice, of course, is to go Spire. And I don't know, the FreePuddle's Mutalisk game was on point last time. He took a lot of really good engagements, was able to win at a deficit last game, or on in game number 1. And it looks like that Roach being out of position is going to trigger Exothermic to go for it there. Corrosive Bowels coming down on that Spine Crawler, going to take it down pretty low. But in the end, he's going to get chased out here. There's one Baneling going forward, going to detonate on some Roaches. And it looks like Exothermic going to run the whole way home. I think he could actually turn around and take this fight, though, but instead he's not feeling very comfortable about it. He does have quite a few wounded units there. This poor Ravager getting stuck on a wall there. And Exothermic just going to run up the ramp. He's pumping out more Roaches. He's got Zerglings waiting for him to reinforce up at the top. And he's going to move back down. But FreePuddle was just putting on a low pressure. He was not trying to end it. He's being very conservative. FreePuddle, it's interesting to watch these two play because FreePuddle is definitely more conservative. He plays a little bit more defensively. He doesn't actually push the whole way across the map. But there we go. The Roaches and Ravagers getting caught out in the middle of the map. The Lynx trying to go for a surround and trap some of these units so that Exothermic's larger army can move in here, pushing them back. And a couple of Ravagers, as brave as can be, moving in by themselves. What are you doing, you crazy Ravagers? Oh, that's an expensive mistake. Now only one Ravager remains in the army for Exothermic. But he's going to push in here anyway. No third down. So Exothermic most likely, I think, won't try to... Well, maybe he will. We have double evolution chamber coming up for Exothermic, so he's looking into the long game here. Gonna start getting those upgrades. Nice concave here from FreePuddle, and he's gonna push in there just as the Ravagers finish. Corrosive Bowels not hitting much, takes out almost one Ravager, and it looks like FreePuddle cleaning this up convincingly here. Nice concave, nice fight, nice timing. He takes the fight before the Ravagers were completely ready, and I think that might have contributed to why those Corrosive Bowels were a little bit off. Exothermic now retreating. He's got more Roaches and Zerglings coming out. He's got +1 missile attacks, but he's not using that second evolution chamber just yet because he doesn't have the money. He just needs to get more units out at this point. And if Exothermic can hang on, again, he's in a great position as far as the drones go, but his army is just lacking. I think he's going to want to pull back this army. He might have to just sack this third and try to save the drones from it. More Zerglings streaming in here, and FreePuddle, when he smells blood, man, he just goes all in. Trying to run some Lings up into the main to get some drone kills, but Lings of Exothermic are going to trap those for a little bit. And it looks like the Queen's going to clean up the main, but FreePuddle just running amok in the third and the natural. And the drones being forced to fight here. The drone lead from Exothermic going to evaporate very, very quickly if this keeps happening. And the big problem for Exothermic right now is his Roaches are spawning in different pockets across the across his bases. So he's never getting real good engagements as far as numbers go. Ooh, and he's going to have to pull drones here in the natural to make this fight happen, but no, he's not going to. He's going to try to run them away. Third base still being terrorized by 3 Roaches, main being almost cleaned up here. This one Roach might be able to do it. There we go. This Roach will clean up the main in the natural. There's only 1 Roach versus 3, but it looks like FreePuddle going to move all of his forces up here and try to end it in the main. There we go, splitting them back up, sending Zerglings into the natural here. And he's going to clean up a lot of drones, clean up the rest of the Roaches, and FreePuddle in a great position now. He does have a drone lead for the first time this game, I think. Exothermic gonna tap out as his drones are cleaned up. Really, really close there. Exothermic just overcommitting a little bit, staying a little bit too far over there. Great, great job. Great games. Way to go, FreePuddle, taking a point for All Inspiration. And... that is week number 1, so next week we'll be back with more games between different teams. I'm going to check the Chobo Team League, see if we have some more matches from this week that I'll be able to cast. Unfortunately, this week it looked like a lot of teams didn't submit the replays they were supposed to, so they lost some points there. But we'll check in, if, like I said, again on game number 1. If you aren't a part of Chobo Team League, if you haven't heard of it, check it out, Chobo, CHOBO, teamleague.com. You can sign up, even if you aren't on a team, sign up as a free agent. Other teams can pick you up, post on the forum, say you're looking for a team. A lot of people are extremely friendly over there, and it'll be a lot of fun. So if you enjoyed the video, like it, subscribe, and I will see you guys tomorrow.